Chapter 3. Hank Greenway is narrating. I was immature earlier, drawing a quick fire in this notebook when we had to be quiet. By dropping the picture in the center of our circle, it caused huge, sober Russians to giggle in spasms that rippled across the wooden floor in waves. My gesture proving nothing replaces reality for ultimate pleasure. Even now, alone, this haunted attic is less creepy and empty with so much other activity having gone on. The book is an anchor kept company, while ceiling patter represents more than just cover from the rain, or mortal aspiration under Mother Nature's patient care. I exaggerate. Everyone manipulates language to cloak interests. Even if no harm is meant, what happens can't be helped. Fabrication becomes weighed down by consequences, as even the best intentions are not true. Moscow had several First Peoples Congresses manufacture an official awareness the totalitarian mask was off. Successive political revolutions were televised, but apparats don't vote against their livelihoods, and the superstructure apparently couldn't renovate from the top other than dismantle. But the back room is where momentum had to be set in motion in the first place, inside the regal Politburo chamber, which is how the system worked. One man's political presence had to heave the sedentary force aside that decided to return yesterday by kidnapping the president in his own summer villa. So what if history unraveled their disabled attempt to end exploitation? The empire's 74-year rule couldn't just disappear. As embodied by the emergency committee, the party found their lost minds in the decayed mantra of exploitation redress. According to the emergency committee's own manifesto, opposing greed that at least one read from at the stage news conference. So it appears their pride overlooked that the proletarian revolution dissolved in hindsight. More likely, though, powerlessness is a threshold not commonly crossed from that bureaucratic height. The pressure was too great, with their game finally taken away by being stripped and flanked by the Union Treaty. Hooked by their precious symbolism, imagery, and creed that never altered or mattered enough to them before anyway. What great minds conjured as best for all communism became self-righteous slogans on metal-adorned chests, badges labeling the noble intention kicked aside. So these men, the committee, besides comfort's lure, have a claim to an emotional tug that still clings them to the farce. And if not all drunk and their conspiracy holds, what for? Systems are bound by capitalist principles, arithmetic. No committee should ever repeat the ruthlessly vague socialism they inherited from totalitarianism. Stalin's governance, based on Lenin's litany of inter-party complaints and squabbles over maintaining the party's revolutionary core, where Junior dug up his slogan, Dictatorship of the Proletariat, that says it all without any help from the facts. But even when feasible, should ideals be thrown away? So I also hope as time expands reflection, we may all someday appreciate our not falling asleep for the dream. And if I also need defending, I offer this justification. If the naive never did anything, nothing would ever be done, since smart people know not to get involved. I was just here to start a spark, but inevitably all I've ever done was take long walks, searching my mind in vain for how to fit into the former world's capital of social diagramming. Countless streets wondering how and when modern time's promise will be fulfilled. The soles of my feet felt Moscow's every metric foot. I like to wander. Now the narrator is Mikhail, who met Hank. Здравствуйте, hello. I met Hank dragging the box wandering in Sheremetyevo International Airport. Passing me, he didn't acknowledge the green Greenway index card my sister gave me for something to laugh about. Past, though, he turned and substituted "Who paid for you" for "hello." His suspicion wasn't surprising, since early as on time I saw Interior Ministry spies splitting up in the parking lot. Dr.